So you want to know how you can get an edge on your transaction when you're looking to either buy or sell a home. Hi, I'm Dan Beer here with the Beer Home Team at eXp Realty. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our office, but most importantly, I'm going to show you a component that is very seldomly used, very few out there have, but that's critical to your success if you're going to have an agent that's focused on what you want them to focus on, which for most people, and if you're like most people, it's negotiating and strategically placing your home for sale or finding you that right property that you're looking to buy out there in the field, belly to belly with other agents. But there's so much else, and so many other things that have to happen in the course of getting a transaction from start to finish. And if that one agent is trying to handle all things, it's very hard. So why don't we make our way through here? Come on, we're just going to make our way to our transaction room where I'll show you what that is. And just some thoughts on the way there. Everything takes a team nowadays, right? Everything. I mean, even individual sports like golf or tennis, they still have teams behind them, whether it's their coaches, whether it's the people, you know, the caddy, the people that are holding, come on, Chad, let's go. Whether it's the people that are, you know, working on their body, the people that are supplying them the equipment so that they can focus on what they focus on, which is their craft, right? Their sport. Same thing goes on here, okay? While we have our agents focused where they're supposed to focus, and in here you'll see this is our transaction room. So I want to introduce you to something that very few out there have. Only the most elite teams in the country really have anything like this put together. And here's what they do. So by the way, this is Sarah. Why don't you all say hi? Hello. Hello. Daphne, you're hiding behind the monitors. So Sarah, Jennifer, and Daphne, and what they do, when we list a home, we make X amount of promises that we're going to take care of this, and the other. There's a ton of logistics on the back end, right, that have to happen. A lot of coordination, a lot of vendors, the carpet cleaning, the locksmith, everything that has to happen. And your agent, instead of being focused on when does the carpet cleaner get to the home, you really want your agent focused on finding a buyer. So Sarah, if we could have you turn around, sorry to interrupt you, Sarah.
Okay.
She didn't know we were doing this just about 5 minutes ago, so that's good. But Sarah, what she does, we arrive back with a listing that we're going to represent somebody. They've entrusted us to the sale of their home. See, we are salespeople. Sarah is a detailed person who makes sure that the logistics on the back end go through, that the disclosure package is put together and supplied properly, that nothing's missing. In a few short words, how would you describe your responsibilities here to our clients?
Number one, client care, making sure that I'm ahead of any questions or concerns they might have. Scheduling everything from the staging to the photography, getting the MLS listing up online, getting Zillow coming soon for sale signs, all that good stuff.
So she handles all that while as an agent, we can stay focused on finding the buyer. Now, you're going to go under contract eventually, and when we go under contract, there is going to be a lot of work to be done there as well. Daphne, by the way, assists and supports both Sarah and Jennifer. Jennifer is our transaction manager. So do you have a good angle there, Chad, or do you want to scoot on, you want to come on through? So we're now in escrow. See, a lot of people really just focus on how do they get under contract? How do they find a buyer? What price is your agent going to sell the home for? Or what home are you going to purchase? But there is so much work from that point through the close of escrow, from interfacing with the lender, the appraiser, with taking care of disclosures and inspections and negotiating everything that's revolved around that, which of course your agent gets involved with, but coordinating everything through to the point where, say, the repairs that we've agreed to as agents and we've negotiated, that they actually are done in a timely way so that your escrow will close as it's supposed to. If you're a buyer, you'll move in on the day you're supposed to move in, and if you're a seller, you'll get paid when you're supposed to. Jennifer, that's your world, right?
That is my world.
So in a nutshell, even though I just kind of gave a big synopsis, but I'm curious just to hear it even from you, how do you describe what you do, what your responsibilities are to our clients?
So as Sarah said, client care first and foremost, making sure that we're constantly communicating with the clients, and then coordinating everything from getting vendors out to the property to do repairs, like Dan said, the appraisal, the home inspections, making sure that everything's just smooth as can be from start to finish at the escrow period, and then all the paperwork that comes with it as well.
And so the real beauty of it is this. Your agent, if they're an accomplished agent, and if they're the type of agent you want to entrust your transaction to, they're going to be on appointments. They're going to have other appointments to be at. They're going to be in the field. They can answer the phone sometimes, not other times. But when that appraiser calls and they need to get everything set up, here we are. And if for whatever reason she is somewhere eating or taking care of herself or whatever it is, like we're all human beings. Maybe she's sick. Here's Daphne. Point is, your call never goes unanswered. Your deal never is. Just because one of us is sick, your deal's not sick. Your home isn't sick. Your home's not on vacation just because somebody else may be. And so I just want to give you a glimpse into what that looks like. The agent side of the business, of course, gets a ton of attention and everyone's focus there, but really it's the people in this room that will make them look like rock stars. And if you've ever experienced a home purchase where, say, you were only looking at what everybody else was looking at, if you've ever experienced a home sale where it seemed like all that really happened was your home went on the MLS and that was about it, and then people started scheduling routine showings. If you've ever felt like you were not offered a differentiated service, it's possibly not because that agent didn't have good intentions and didn't want to provide that, but did they have this type of relief so that they didn't have to be doing the hundreds of things that they do, so they could do the one thing that really matters to you, which is selling your home for the right amount of money to the right buyer who will close on time, or finding you the property that sometimes not every other buyer on the street is also looking at, but rather gives you the advantage of having unique inventory and an advantage over other buyers. This is the Beer Home Team. Thanks for taking a quick look here behind the curtain, and if there's any way in which we could help you, just let us know.